Hey guys, Casper here with another update, like a weekly update, daily update on the commodities. We will dive straight into it. I will give you my opinions on where silver and gold and all that are at this moment in time, and yeah, I want to also say what levels to look for the week to come here, what is important and what is not important. So good. Now we're ready. Let's go. Good. Silver. By the way, this is the list that we are looking at every single day. Silver, again here, longer term-ish, midterm, right? This is 1 year. We are here right now, and to me, I'm not going to be bullish, short term until we clear the yellow rail here and like this 33, 33.3-ish level up here, then I think silver is going to go to 38 quite easily. Um, you could also argue potentially some very skewed cup and handle there. I wouldn't put much into it, but still it is definitely worth noting. And again, if we clear this one here, you have measured moves that is aligning with the upper purple trend there. Um, Again, here, could it be that we're also going to come down here for a yet another visit? Right? Sure. But I think ultimately down the road, silver's going to break out, especially above 33, 32. Can we get this during this week? There are possibilities. We're only like 2% away. So yeah, definitely worth looking for. And also here we had by the way, a nice candle there. Actually, the entire week, silver went up. A little bit of an indecision there, and it got bought back up straight away during the Friday session. So very bullish weekly candle right there. Look at that, by the way. Very bullish. And yeah, one to look for. Gold is pausing a bit here. I will say silver starts to look better than gold. And when that triggers to me, as you know, is when the gold silver ratio drops below 88, 87, 88. That's when silver will heavily outperform gold. It doesn't mean that gold has to go down. It just means that it could go up way, less. And to me here, for gold, we are bull flagging here. Do I think it looks complete? No, I don't actually. I think we could have a move down there to like 2,800, all the way back to the recent highs over here could very much be in the cards. Not for this week, by the way. For this week, we are stuck. I want to go to the 6 hourly just to show you a little bit more detail. We're kind of stuck in that range here, which started last week. So below 2,894, that is bearish for the week. Anything above 2,930, very bullish for the week. We're breaking the bull flag on the upside there and the range. So then we could bounce heavily and actually get all the way back to the other side of that golden inclining channel here or flag. So anything above 2,930, we could have a move close to 3K. Not this week, by the way, but that could trigger into the next week. But that is, again, gold stuck in a range here. Short term, by the way, short term. Okay, I cleaned this one up here. Anyways, the dollar here collapsed heavily during this week. Look at the weekly candle there. I tried to look back to see if there were like a weekly candle that was that much bearish, and I found this one here back in November. And that was also when the stock market kind of bottomed. So who knows, right? We did lose a lot of trend lines here this week. We're back below the support. And going to the daily here again, do I believe that we are going to continue down this week? I think we are not going to go down. We are at least going to pause, but I could see some sort of check back here. We are just very stretched on the very short time frames, and a counter trend rally here. Again, it's what I think will happen this week. Support here as well on that recent pivot low. So I do expect, just like you saw here, right? You're seeing these, and then something like that, right? That makes a lot of sense. So I'm actually short term a bit bullish here, as long as we hold, 103.3-ish. As long as that holds, I'm still in the camp that we're going to see, 104, 105 maybe for the Dixie. Bitcoin here is trading during the weekends, as you know here. And this was right there, that was the Trump announcement, this whole crypto reserve kind of thing. Rally 10%. And I said, don't be so sure that we're going to go straight up from here, because very often when you have news in a downtrend or sideways action, you usually erase all those gains, right? Now, this is typically just short covering. So, and now we're back below. We formed this blue wedge here, which we are peaking below as we speak. So this is very bearish as long as we stay below the blue here for the week to come for crypto. I think we are at least going to go down to here potentially. So roughly 70, 80K. We are now at 44. So a $6 drop is in the cards right now as we speak for the Bitcoin. It needs to regain the blue wedge before anything bullish can happen over the next few days here, today and tomorrow. So oil, good old oil here, still overall in a downtrend, stuck in that 4-year wedge. And we actually kissed the lower trend line of that wedge pattern, and we saw a little bounce here. Until we clear this purple flag here, or this purple channel, it's not a flag, we are bearish. So anything north, we have it right there in my opinion, right there, anything north of roughly 68, 69 maybe, on the USD WTI, that's when we are to at least see, in the mid 70s again. So for this week here, I think we are going to be stuck within, 65 to like 68, and not do a whole lot. Above there, bullish, below here, a bit bearish. But again, I don't have my eyes on USD WTI for this week for anything big, unless we start to again drop below the wedge pattern there, or we clear the purple on top there. So we have rates here with a little mini bounce here at the start of the week coming up. But also here, I'm also noting, which also was discussed, in the last week, heading into last week, excuse me, that could be a left shoulder, this could be a large head, and this could be, again, ideally a weak right shoulder. And when I mean weak, it's you compare it to the left. So unless the rates can reclaim this longer term, which is now resistance, we tagged it there, by the way, unless it can reclaim that during the week, I assume that we're going to roll over. And definitely below like 4.10 here, extremely bearish, and then we can do a big measure. I do believe if that triggers, we are going to see 3.4 in the rates in the US over, the next few months, basically. And that could be, in my opinion, the last time that you're able to get low rates. Because as you know, the bond market broke in 2020. The first guy to call this actually was the market sniper. What a great call he made. So therefore, lower highs and lower lows on rates. We had that for 40 years. Now we are going into a like 10-year, maybe even more, period of higher highs and higher lows on the long time frames. So that is, again, not too good. The SPY here has been coming down a lot ever since I think we started to talk tariffs of there. So we're coming down hard. I do believe we'll have a bullish week. It looks very scary, right? We have lost a lot of stuff here. But as long as we can stay here, we just closed barely on that. So anything above 575, I do expect some sort of counter trend rally, like 4 or 5% during this week here. But again, we have lost the main uptrend. That is not a good thing. Excuse me, we lost the internal wedge here. So unless we really can, I do believe still that at some point in time, we're going to tag it here, right? It could be a sharp drop, or, like a longer, prolonged, and then we can. So the long-term uptrend here, starting from 2023, is still intact. However, I think a correction is definitely in the cards here until proven otherwise, because we have seen the breakdown. So 8% down. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't mean a whole lot, right? So I think we're rolling over here, and I do think that we can make like a higher high somewhere around here, but that ultimately should be, when we roll over again. So, but this week I'm actually a little bit bullish here, a little bit. That's the vibes that I have, unless something, is getting said during the day here or the weekend. I haven't really been following up on that. So the TTF, again here, still stuck in that very steep channel. We are into support here, and we did see a bounce here. I had an internal trend line coming from all the way over here. We did see a bounce, but then ultimately we couldn't hold the second retest or the double bottom, and now we're down here. I did see a lot of volume come in here compared to the previous 20 days for gas. So as long as we hold here, roughly 39, it's I think we could have a mini rally here, but definitely when we broke that 45, the uptrend there, that is when things got really bad all of a sudden. So I'm not too sure what's happening here for the week to come for gas. So I will not be making any statement on that. The TLT looks very bullish, very, very bullish. Hence, we just looked at the US 10-year, right? I think we're going to have a little bit of a potential mini bounce, right here. I mean, we're going to top here, and then we're going to roll over, and then we might break the neckline. So TLT here broke the downtrend back from September 2024, August 2024. That is half a year. We broke that, and now we're just filled the gap last week. So again, I do expect that we are making higher highs, higher lows here somewhere, and again, bullish for the week to come for the rates. Ideally, we hold here at roughly 90. If we do, that is really bullish for the week. If we drop down below for the first 2 days, then we need to spend all the time regaining that. So that's the level to look for, 90 here for the week to come. If it holds, I do believe that we could see, 92 maybe. And anything below, again, that is when we have a different path. I'm not bullish long-term on TNT. I mean, like 5 years, as mentioned. I think overall, we have had a severely, bond market collapse break here. And this could be that final little push, like we talked about on the US 10-year. And then we go way, way lower, and rates are going to spike. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, comment all that good stuff, and have a great day, really. Bye, guys. Cheers.